That night after school, I ran up to my room and switched on my computer. My heart was racing in nervous anticipation and my fingers shook, making it difficult to type. But I could do this. I was strong. I could handle whatever happened. Maybe. Maybe not. Oh God. The loading screen appeared and I typed in my username and password. A moment later, Alora appeared on the screen, right where I left her. She smiled up at me encouragingly. Of course she had no worries. She only knew sweet, knightly Sir Leo, who brought her flowers and held her hand while gazing lovingly into her perfect blue eyes. "Ready for the moment of truth, Alora?" I whispered to her. I typed in the command to make her nod. That was the good thing about video game characters. They always agreed with you. Okay then, here goes nothing. "Greetings, Sir Leo." No response at first, and I worried that my not being online much the past week, thinking I was avoiding talking to Matt, was making him standoffish.
"Ass faggus."
Question mark? Question mark? Question mark?
"Sorry, bad typing. What's up?"
Begin parentheses. "I want to talk to you about something. Can we meet somewhere?" End parentheses.
Sure."
Begin parentheses. Looks like you're in the Elf Tree Inn, huh? Stay put, I'll be there in a second. End parentheses.
Okay.
I maneuvered Alora through the busy town streets and walked her into the Elfin Inn Sir Leo and I had spent so much time hanging out in. It took me a second to locate my knight, as he wasn't in his normal chair. Instead, he was at the bar, downing beers. Must have been one of those days for him, too. "I'm here." Alora waves.
Sir Leo whistles. "Hello, Huddy."
Begin parentheses. LOL. End parentheses. I could feel my face blushing, then scolded myself for being self-conscious about the compliments my video game character received. What he thought of the real-life me would be much more important. I glanced in the mirror beside my computer, tucking a strand of black hair behind my ear. If only I'd created a character that looked even remotely like the real-life me. Then maybe it wouldn't be such a shock to him. I shook my head and turned back to the game. Begin parentheses. "So before we go questing, I wanted to talk." End parentheses.
Okay.
Begin parentheses. "It's been so fun playing with you. And I'm sorry I've seemed weirded out every time you ask me personal stuff. It's not that I don't want to tell you things. I felt weird about the IRL versus online thing." No response from Sir Leo. I took a deep breath and kept typing. Begin parentheses. "So I've changed my mind. I would like to meet up with you." End parentheses.
"Cool. On a date with a hot elf chick. Rock on."
Begin parentheses. LOL. I'm trying to be serious here. End parentheses.
Okay, so when do you want to hook up?
Begin parentheses. Wait, before we figure that out, I want you to know that I figured out who you are. We go to the same school, actually. End parentheses.
LOL? Who am I then? Question mark, question mark, question mark.
Begin parentheses. Chad Murray. End parentheses.
LOL, yes? You are right. So who are you?
My fingers froze. My breath caught in my throat. For a moment, I couldn't type. But I was at the point of no return. Here went nothing. Begin parentheses. I'm Maddie Starr. End parentheses.
OMG, you are a freak girl. Shift 1, shift 1, shift 1, shift 1. Sir Leo laughs. LOL, 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 no way.
I stared at the screen, my every nightmare coming true. Here I'd been hoping, praying it'd all be okay. Obviously, I'd just been kidding myself. My heart plummeted to my stomach as all my fantasies were flushed down the toilet in one fell swoop. I was a joke to him. A freaking joke. I wanted to die.
Dude, and here I thought you were some totally hot chick, not the witchy skank that goes to our school. That's too effing funny.
Why is that funny? And I'm not a witch or a skank.
Whatever, dude. I can't believe you actually thought you'd have a chance with someone like Chad Murray. LOL, LOL, LOL.
Tears blurred my vision, and I could barely read what he wrote. But I could see enough. More than enough to break my heart. Well, I guess I know how you feel now, and so this is goodbye.
Sir Leo laughs. Sayonara, freak girl.
I reached down and switched off my computer, not even bothering to shut it down correctly. I didn't care if it crashed. In fact, at this moment, I didn't care if the whole world crashed, careening off its axis and spiraling straight toward the apocalypse. It was over. Over forever. I'd dared, I'd risked, I'd gambled it all, and I'd lost. It was over. The crazy dream had morphed into a terrible nightmare. The hope I'd have of hooking up, going out, bridging a gap, showing the world that clicks don't make a bit of difference when two people were really truly in love, crushed, smashed, shattered, like grandma's babies, gone forever. My heart ached in my chest as my brain tried to mass dump all its fantasies of what could have happened. All those crazy daydreams I'd stored up of Chad and me. Holding hands in the school hallways, kissing by the lockers, cuddling on the bleachers, going out on a real date, making out at the movies. I squeezed my eyes shut and pinched myself, praying this was all some crazy, bizarre dream that I'd soon wake up from. But it was no use. This was reality. My reality. I hated him. Hated him. I wanted to run into his house and punch him in the stomach, tear at his face with my fingernails until he bled. Something, anything, to make him feel as horrible as I felt right now. But I couldn't. I had to retain some pride. I would go to school the next day and face the haters like I didn't have a care in the world. When they laughed at me, I would just walk away, head held high, and pray I won the manga contest so I could have enough cash to pay for next year's tuition at Boston Academy.